What do you think is the worst? If you don't want to answer, don't, because I mean I don't.
Oh, you mean the game again, where I try not to answer?
No. I'm going into my in-depth interview.
All right. I'll put on my Larry King answering hat.
What do you think the worst thing you've ever done?
Oh, the worst
to
thing
another person.
To another person? Oh my God. One thing comes to mind, but it's not that bad because I had it done back to me. So does that cancel it out?
I don't know. Was it just a pillow fight or?
Hey, I want to say.
If so, yeah.
You gotta tell us about it.
God, it sucks to admit this because it's fucked up.
Good.
But I was like, I can't remember. Well, God, there's two things.
Well, what's the worst? Say the worst.
Start with the better one.
Okay, the better one is like I peed in a cup, and then I put it in the freezer, and it was nice and cold because I figured coldness will detect. They won't be able to detect its piss. And then I mixed it with like a little bit of country time.
When you say he, who's the target on this one?
Oh, my cousin.
Okay.
I can't remember what he did to me. And then I served it to him just like, oh my God, it's so hot outside, dude. Have some lemonade. And first of all,
did you put any lemonade in it, or was it just pee?
I was trying to like mask the taste, so
you put like powdered country time.
No, the kind in the can, I think, or the bottle, whatever it was.
You mixed your pee,
with
your refrigerated pee with lemonade.
Yeah, what else?
And served it to your cousin on a hot day.
Okay.
That's fucking horrible.
I want to hit pause. Spencer, at what temperature does pee freeze?
Oh, that'd be 32 degrees Celsius.
Wow, how does he
Celsius?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just make all it up. It's just all made up.
I think that's the temperature the pee boils at.
All right, so what happened with your cousin? Did he drink the pee?
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked, first of all, that because I was so scared. I'm like, he's not just going to accept a glass of lemonade out of the blue. I'm just standing right there like, have some lemonade. And it's like, wait a minute, you're giving me lemonade. Like, I would be suspicious, but he was just like, oh, yeah. He just drank it. Said I have this feeling in my mind of like success but failure because it's like
Wait,
this is like
so you're
up.
telling me that if someone offered you a glass of lemonade, your first thought would be, this might be his pee, and yet,
no one just offers you lemonade.
And yet, when Justin told you famously once that Lindsay Lohan was coming over to his apartment, so you should clean up and get a 6-pack of beer, you did it.
When was that? I don't remember that.
This is years ago.
I don't remember that.
But I'm saying you are famously
First of all,
gullible.
I've never been that amazed by Lindsay Lohan, so I question.
I know, but I don't think that you were like, I'm your biggest fan, but you were like, she's a celebrity.
Maybe
I should
if it was
clean
like
up.
Mandy Moore in her heyday, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm over there. Holy shit, Mandy
You're
Moore.
famously gullible. Like,
I know, but I don't. Well, whatever. No, but look, see, this is like one of those things where it's a learning lesson because you're like, oh man, I got to do this just because I can do it. But then you're like later going like, what did this serve? This served no.
So you didn't tell him. And he didn't
I told
notice.
him later.
Okay, no. So
you told him later after he drank the whole.
Yeah, he drank the whole thing.
He
sucked it down like it was like his own piss. He didn't give a fuck.
Wait a second.
And like it was Waterworld.
Right, yeah. Like Dennis Hopper in Waterworld. He's like,
Abed, take us through the denouement. He brings the cup up to his mouth, and what happens next?
He drank the whole thing.
Yeah,
he guzzled down all.
He took a couple sips, and then he was
like it was his own piss.
He was enjoying it as though he had just poured himself an ice cold glass of his own urine.
Like watching it, and it was like fascination and horror because I'm like,
you would have thought it was the guy's own urine the way he guzzled it.
Hang on. He didn't detect anything was wrong with the lemonade?
No, he just drank it a couple times.
How much lemonade? What was the ratio?
What was the
to
ratio?
Real lemonade?
Yeah, it must have been a lot.
It's probably like this much pee.
He's holding up a solo cup with
two
fingers of pee.
2 fingers of pee.
I was peeing in the cup. I was like, I don't want it to be too full, and then I had to like move aside, and I got maybe that much, and then
you topped it off. So it was what, like 60-70% lemonade.
I would say like 70% lemonade
with just that whisper of
a whisper of urine,
suggestion of strangers' piss.
All right.
I would love a lemonade with suggestion of piss.
So he gets through it. Does he ever go like, that's
drinks
I bet that's terrible lemonade.
No, I think he drinks it, and because there's like the ratios over, more lemonade than piss, he can taste more of the lemonade. So he's kind of like, it looks like he's gonna freak out, but he doesn't. because I'm on like pins and needles. I'm like, yeah, ooh, oh shit. And then it's like he doesn't know, and I'm like, you get away with it, and you're like, fuck. I feel horrible. It's like, I won, but I don't feel like I won. I feel like I really did something bad.
Did you ever tell him, or is he going to find out by listening to Harmontown?
Yeah, no, he didn't. Nothing happened, and then like later I told him, and then he freaked out, just like, how could you do that? Oh, I mean, rightly so. I mean, rightfully so. It's like, I did a bad thing.
Didn't ask for the worst thing.
Yeah, but I was like, and I told him, I was like, I can't believe you couldn't tell. Like that's
shame on you.
Yeah, like holy shit, I was waiting for you to kind of like figure it out.
You drank that shit like
is it possible?
Yeah, he drank it like it was. There's no.
Is it possible that your piss is delicious? That it's not too tart, not too sweet?
It's like a 12-year-old boy, maybe, but not now. I was like ripe and no alcohol attached to my lips.
I connected different dots
peach
there.
iced tea.
The tangy taste of Flintstones vitamins.
Maybe a little bit of Centrum, too. Thrown in. On those
Centrum.
crazy weekends, you're like, I'm going to have a Centrum, fuck it.
Fucking grandpa's away.
Yeah, they're at the park. Centrum. And you eat like 7 Centrum.
What was the other? Was that worse?
Yeah,
than
you
the
said there were
second
two
thing?
things.
Was that worse than the second thing? Or?
Yeah, I think that is worse. Just because when I was doing it, I was feeling so guilty. But the other time was like
The worst thing is when he peed in his brother's pee, because his brother loves to drink his own pee. It's one thing to spike Country Time lemonade, but
if Spike Brothers pee, they're gonna know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, all brothers. Yeah.
all right, sorry. Go ahead.
God, it's like, but this is the one that it happened to me later in life, which deservingly so. I couldn't get mad because I was like, well, I did do that to somebody. And anyway, I did this to my brother. I took like cayenne pepper and I put it in water. And then I put it in a super soaker, and then I went up to him and squirted his eyes. And like,
I think that's worse.
in a way, yeah, that's pretty bad. I know. And he was like screaming.
I think
and
that's
was
called.
like,
I think that's called aggravated assault.
yeah. Well, it was so evil and rotten. And I remember my mom being like, "Who are you? Like, who does that? Are you like a Bond supervillain? Like, like that's like not like you. You're not evil. You're not manipulative and crazy. Like." And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, sometimes you get mad. You just gotta strike out, and then strike back. And then what happened was later in life, I was hanging out with Justin, right? And I fell asleep at his house. And of course, when you hang out with Justin and he's like, woo! In one of his moods, he doesn't want you to fall asleep. He needs a partner in crime. So he got so mad that I fell asleep that he wakes me up, and then he just dumps like water with cayenne pepper in my eyes. Like just like wake up, and then like I'm, like, screaming.
Did he do that because he knows that you had done that?
No.
Or
I think I told him later.
Really?
And then, yeah, because I said like I was like, I didn't really get that mad because I kind of deserved it.
Right.
And he was like, oh no shit, and then I told him the story. And anyway, but what's crazy is like I just remember like I think I was in a dream. And then I just woke up to like instant pain and blindness.
If you dump cayenne pepper water on somebody while they're sleeping, you better be certain they're not going to murder you after
No, I was like, I felt it was a nightmare because I was in so much pain. But I was like, what's happening? Like where am I? Like,
I was at a slumber party one time when a girl stepped on my hand and I just asleep, punched her and knocked her out. If somebody fucking actually abused me while I was asleep, it would be murder.
Wait, she just woke you up? Like
I was sleeping and she was trying to go to the kitchen. I was in college and people were all laying all over the floor.
Oh yeah, like in 16
and
Candles.
And it was exactly. And she walked and like stepped on my wrist.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
So it went bang, and it really hurt her.
Oh my God!
That was
You were
just
did you punch her in the vagina? You're laying down.
She was kind of crawling, and I socked her in the head.
She was crawling.
Right in the temple.
You having a dream about
like, Jesus
Raging
Christ,
Bull?
what the fuck? I'm like, what's happening? I don't know what's going on. I was asleep.
He was in a
If
boxing
I woke up
ring.
and somebody's standing above me, laughing, pouring, fucking.
It was like King Hippo, and then he punches him in the dream, and he wakes up, and it's like a girl.
No, what
That's
I love.
the worst.
I have a big collection of my friends when they pass out at parties. I will put things on them, but it's all stuff. If they wake up, it comes off. Like no ink, like no like Sharpie markers. Or
Yeah,
stuff
like
that.
no fucking cayenne pepper and
But like
water.
I'll put signs on them. Or I covered Dan in Post-it notes one time, and you're a little Post-it monster. For
Me and Justin once drew like a penis on a girl's face, and that was funny. Because that's like harmless. I know it was with a Sharpie, but
The best photo I've ever taken was when Jay Johnson passed out, and I made a duct tape. I took some duct tape and a Sharpie marker and made a mustache. So he had like a nice big handlebar mustache made out of duct tape. And then this girl whose house we were at, she had Playboy bunny ears, so I put those on his head. And what the amazing thing was, you couldn't wake Jay up. You didn't have to tiptoe around. You could speak full-voiced.
Yeah.
He said, hand me those Playboy bunny ears. Like, give me those. Because we had put a million...
I'm so jealous of those kind of sleep.
I had him dressed up as as an old lady. Like, he looked like a Monty Python old lady. And he had like 1,000 pieces of clothes on. He was just... never moved a muscle. And then I made a big sign. He had the Playboy bunny ears on, and I just made a sign around his neck that said racist.
That's amazing.
It's a great picture. I have that on my phone. It's pretty amazing.
He asked me to remove it from my phone. I said, but can I keep it? He goes, you can keep it, but you can't show it to people.
I have it on my phone.
You have it on your phone?
But I don't show it to anybody. No.
I mean, maybe you do, but we don't know. You show it to Jay, though, right?
No, I wouldn't. He would pound me into the earth.
Yeah, but why? I mean, if you're on your deathbed, it's totally like fine.
All right.
The reason Jay let me keep it because he agreed it's a very good picture.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a crime to delete that thing.
Or if you're about
really
to go into a
beautiful.
coma, you'll be like, dude, before this coma, got to see this picture, dog.
All right.
Shit. No, I got to tell you one thing. So Justin did that to me, and then his mom made him feel bad. Like, he was like fine with it until she's like, how could you do that to your friend?
I feel like I'm watching a stand-up show on Nickelodeon. All right.
That's like, well, dude, that's our lives together, man. When I met him, I'm like, man,
You ever sleeping over at a friend's house? They do some shit. Then they mom get mad.
Yeah,
You're like, I didn't do nothing. She's like, what are you doing? I don't know. She's not my mom.
It's like
We'll be right back.
It's like some Keenan and Kel shit right here, Nick. You know what I'm saying?
You said 3/4 of the N-word.
I know.
No, I mean Nickelodeon.
It's like I am.
Oh, Nickelodeon. Okay.
Were you doing Nickelodeon? Is that what he said? Did I say that, or was I repeating somebody else saying Nickelodeon?
All right.
Hey man,
If that's not the title of this episode, I'll eat my fucking hat. It better be
You have to
Nickelodeon.
name it that, dude. He's gonna eat a hat.